Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Primetime. Round 2 of VPRL action brings us to Combank Stadium here in Parramatta for what is the hottest ticket in town tonight. It is a sold out or near sell-out crowd for this battle, this derby. It is the Sydney Wedgetails taking on the Western Sydney Bulls, and what a game it's going to be. Claire Burton and his men in white as they run out in the away strip and onto the home soil for the first time this season. And coming off the back of a tough, gritty win over in New Zealand round 1 is the Western Sydney Bulls, led out by Liam Ryan, to the roar of the crowd. And what an atmosphere it is. Everyone's hyped and the atmosphere is just buzzing. Joining me tonight for your commentary is my good mate and co-commentator, Rocky Rivers. And Rocky, we're here for what is the first Sydney derby, and what a game this is set to be. Both teams coming off win.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking forward to this one. I know firsthand how the Bulls play. That man there, Chad Johnson, is it? About to kick off. I know how they play firsthand. Great team to play against, but what I'm looking forward to seeing is how the Wedgetails go tonight against this outfit.
Yeah, and what a win it was for both sides. Both Sydney teams coming away with wins in round 1. It was the Bulls against the Renegade, 18-12 winners over in Christchurch, and for the Wedgetails, it was a close scoring game, beating the Thunder there. But yeah, the first time we are going to see these two sides do battle, and it won't be the first time this season. It is the first of 2 here in this divisional game, as we see Matty Harris. What a game he had last week, off the boot especially. 5th and last now, and a good starting set for the Wedgetails. They'll give it to Daniel Punch, playing at lock tonight. He'll send it towards the wing of Joey Kelly, the experienced marquee superstar. And that's a good opening set there. And Rocky, if you've got any standouts to keep an eye out for, who should we be watching for tonight?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Well, Killer Boom there, he had a run before on the left edge for the Bulls. He was massive last week. I'll be looking for him to make some impact in this game. That man there also with the Bull, Chad Johnson. What a game he had last week as well. Unfortunately for us, it was in a winning side against the Renegades. On the opposite side there, Stoney, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I was just going to do a bit of thinking on there.
And there's a big kick there on the wing to turn on the Cobbo. One of the few creative names in the VPRL. But there you go, both sides just trying to settle into the groove. And, this game, this sort of rivalry game, some sort of energy to it. How about that? Matty Harris cops a big shoulder there. And welcome to the Sydney derby if you're just tuning in. And I've just lagged a bit, so I'm going to wait to come back. But what a game we've got here so far. You can already tell the energy, the physicality from both sides. That's going to be a big part to play. 5th and last now in the pocket. Aaron White, another marquee superstar. And he was phenomenal last week against the Thunders. Liam Ryan, the captain, he's taking it up there. And the Bulls, they're going to have a lot of work to do from deep in their own half. And an offload there from Jack Black to Lawrence Kawar. Watch out for him with that offload. And they're still going. Nothing can stop the Bulls. All they see is red. And Chad Johnson will hit a slick goosey there to get them just shy of the 30 in opposition half. And Rocky, what a play there. That's just turned it around for the Bulls.
Yeah, and those are the two guys I mentioned earlier, Killer Boom and Chad Johnson, hooking up there on the left-hand side. It's a dangerous edge there, the left-hand side for the Bulls. Players I'm looking forward to seeing on the Wedgetails, obviously Matty Harris, the marquee player. Always looking forward to seeing what he can produce on the league field. And Claire Burton, who I think has one of the best names in the VPRL.
Yeah, it sounds very, very similar to another simulated player I know of. But I'll tell you what, the big name that I'm keeping an eye out for is KCK, Kane Chapman-Kenny. He was an absolute workhorse for the Wedgetails in their win against the Thunder. He got a try. I think he nearly scored 2, and he was just insane on the run meters, insane on attack. So keep an eye out for KCK in the 11 jumper. 4 tackles, shy of their own 30, and a lot of work to do for Sydney. They're going to have to try and get a big bomb away. And we talk about this being the Battle of Sydney. You could even argue it's the Battle of the West. The Wedgetails representing the inner west area of Sydney, as far out to the west of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and up towards Ryde, Lilyfield, these sorts of areas. And for the Bulls, they represent areas like Parramatta, Penrith, Campbelltown. So this is the hottest ticket in town, Rocky, and it's going to bring fireworks.
Yeah, my first time here at Combank Stadium, actually, Sonny, so I haven't felt the vibes here before, and they certainly know how to put on a show, and you can see why this is the hottest ticket in town.
As they take the run up, and if you're tuning in, don't forget, check out playvprl.com, our new website that's been launched. Big thank you to TPO Danger for getting that organised for us. Mr. Simulation Footy himself, the creator. How good. Ken on the Cobbo, taking the return run there, and 10 minutes gone. Both sides yet to score any points, and it's just a feeling out phase, and feel that one, he'll put a palm on there. James Madison, the big number 12. Defensively, he knows how to make the tackles as well, so you've got to watch out for him. As Michael Liasi, shout out to Mausa all the way from Melbourne. He'll take his first run of the game as we now enter the second 20 minutes of this first half. Dino far silly to allow him. Probably my favourite name in VPRL, and he kind of looks like Chopper Reed, so based on appearance, he gets extra brownie points for me there. Fifth and last now. But Rocky, so far, both teams just still trying to figure things out, still trying to see who's going to crack first.
Yeah, I mean, last round we saw a few arm wrestle matches, and teams just seem to be content with feeling each other out at the moment as we get to know our opposition in this new league.
Oh, pause. As Lawrence, sorry to cut you off there, Rocky. Beautiful offload, and watch out for Lawrence, because I found out firsthand by the strength of his head. I copped a nice fend to the face and got scored on last week, so he's a strong unit. You definitely have to get numbers on him. As Chaz Dingo now gets a deep ball, but he's driven back a little, so he'll lose yardage there. Fifth and last. In the deep pocket, they'll set up, and the Wedgetails will drop it. But Chad Johnson stabbing it to the corner, and they keep targeting Kern on the Cobbo's wing. So that probably means they're going to try and target him, being one of the rookies on this side. They're probably going to try and target the wing without the marquee player. Although I'm not even sure if there's a marquee player on the opposite wing. Oh, geez, what a great commissioner I am. As second tackle comes, and James Madison once again offload on the back of the fend. That'll open up the middle for Nicholas Ether. Shrugs off a defender, and he's still going. And now a counter-attacking set lining up here for the Wedgetails. The visitors now shifting it left. Aaron White to KCK. And KCK, barnstorming run, takes the hit up. And for tackle here inside the red zone, Rocky. This could be dangerous for the Bulls.
Yeah, mate. Sorry, I'm on Sky Sports, not Box League, so I'm a little bit behind you there. But we've just caught up now. And yeah, fifth tackle option goes to the bomb.
Sorry, Joey Kelly. Great take there. You're all right, mate. That's what happens when we do the Trans-Tasman cross feed, but it's all good. It's VPRL action coming to your screens, and we hope you're all having a great night. We hope we can make it just a little bit better, as Joey Kelly on the wing nearly gets away there, but I think it was Michael Liasi there to bring him down. Clutch stuff there from the Samoan centre, and he did play at fullback in the second half last week, so we could probably expect to see that again tonight. Chad Johnson once again, that same wing. It might be a 40-20. It'll bounce over for a 40-20, the first of the night. And what better way to set your team up in position than six again with big fan Chad Johnson. He is trying to take charge and lead by example tonight. Keep your eyes out on the man with the best hair. They're in the league. It's Liam Ryan for the first points of the game. And Western Sydney will draw first blood at home. What a beautiful play there off the back of some individual brilliance from Chad Johnson, and Liam Ryan will open it up for us here, Rocky.
Yeah, and interesting selection there. Last week I saw Liam Ryan, and you'd think as captain you'd be putting yourself in that fullback position, but you can see now why he's put himself on the left edge and left wing there. So great work there. I'm wondering if he will switch to fullback at halftime like he did last week before tearing the Renegade Tarts apart.
And what a conversion there from Chad Johnson. He'll slot that one to make it 6-0. And the home side will draw first blood in this Sydney derby, the Battle of Sydney. And Monday night primetime on VPRL. How good is it? And Matty Harris now going to get us back on the way. I can't believe how quick this game's gone. We're almost into the second quarter, you could say. But there you go. It's taken quite a bit of time for the first points to be scored. But now that we've got it on the board, that'll do a lot for the confidence and the momentum of Western Sydney. As Kowal now takes another hit up. And I've still got PTSD reading his name. Oh, gee, Jack Black, there you go. From the left edge, he'll cut across field just in front of their own 40 now. And the Bulls, they're starting to find their rhythm now. Nice inside dish to Chaz Dingo. And when you talk about backlines, having Chaz Dingo and Liam Ryan in the same team, I mean, that is just one scary sight on paper, let alone here in person. But 4th tackle inside, Wedgetails half, they'll go. Killer Boom just takes a straight hit up, and he'll be brought down there. Oh, I thought they might have caught us 6 again, but 5th and last now. They'll drop in the right pocket. Sione Mataus, one of the try scorers last week in Christchurch. Back the Kern on the Cobbo once again. And Rocky, they just keep targeting the rookie's wing.
Yeah, so the tactic is you're going to see all season, I think. If you don't have a marquee player in the outside backs, you're going to have to look out because players will target you. And these star players have already, in the short season so far, shown us how much impact they're going to have on the game.
Yeah, and James Madison, he's been getting active tonight. He's already put on, 3 or 4 fens to get line breaks going. So I think he's going to have a big impact tonight if he keeps going the way he is. 5th and last now. He'll drop it to Matty Harris. And that's just a territory kick there. Straight to Liam Ryan. Watch out. He'll try and get through all 3 of them. And he'll be wrapped up there. But good starting position now on this set. Western Sydney, they'll go right. Chaz Dingo met well and wrapped up. That's a great tackle there. Second now, Matos. Flat ball to Big Beefer. Big Beefer, one of the players with beef in their surnames in this Bulls side. So who knows, maybe they'll bring the beef tonight against the Wedgetails. And you probably expect that being a rivalry game. The first of many to come. Because these two sides will do battle later again in the season now. 5th and last as the game starts to settle down a little bit. Ray-Ban Mops down to Mataos, and that's a good stab to the corner. It feels like it's been the first time they've targeted Letu Funga. And now Western Sydney just looking to try and suffocate the Wedgetails in their own half, Rocky. And he's got the ball loose. That might have been a strip attempt. Sorry to cut you off, Rocky, but that one has turned momentum in the blink of an eye, and the home fans, they're not going to like that one. What a ball, straight to Beef Slab off the bench, and onto the try-scoring list he goes. Second try on the night for Western Sydney, and a beautiful play there.
Yeah, it's definitely not a team you want to make errors against, is it, Sonny? The Bulls, they'll pounce on any opportunity they get, and they did there. And Big Beef Slab getting across for perhaps his first VPRL try. What a night for the big man.
Yeah, sometimes if you mess with the ball, you'll get the horns, and the Wedgetails found that one out firsthand off the back of that crucial mistake. Deep within their own half too, so 12-0 is the score. And the home side, they're loving that one. What a way to start it off. And Rocky, I'll tell you what, a lot of people were predicting Western Sydney to be the top dogs of the competition this season. And even though it's still early days, so far it's looking like they might be able to live up to that potential.
Yeah, I mean, like you said before, they've got the big names, haven't they? Your Dingos and your Liam Ryans, and especially in the positions they've got themselves in. They're a good-looking side, but look, sometimes you don't want all that pressure on you, do you? Sometimes it's better being the underdog, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you see that man Dingo himself.
Too much pressure can force you to overplay your hand sometimes, but with the star power and the capability of the Bulls, I mean, you talk about their backline, Liam Ryan, Chaz Dingo, Joey Kelly, you combine that experience, that is years of experience. Sione Mataos, talking of experience, He's going to show you a vintage kick right there. 40-20, another one to add to the tally. But Crispy now will give it to Wally Allen, and once again the home side inside Wedgetails red zone. This is dangerous signs for them early in this first half. As Sione Mata was trying to drag across, but he's held up now. Second tackle to the right, they shift it. Prophet Moses out wide to Liam Ryan, who will sky through Xavier Coates style and put that one down. What a try there. Just flashy stuff from Western Sydney Rocky, and Liam Ryan once again on the board for his second try, the number 2.
Yeah, the skipper. What a try there. Sonny out on that right wing and finishing off with a bit of flair, as you said. Geez, they've got a game plan tonight, haven't they, Sonny? And they're executing it to perfection so far.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a team score as many points this early on as the Bulls have so far. And Chad Johnson, I thought he had it. It just swings a bit to the right though, wide right. So 16-0 is the score. But geez, if you're the Wedgetails, you're probably wondering what's going wrong out there, because they started the game pretty good, but mistakes have been costly, and yeah, just these mistakes have really turned the pressure point on, and it's going to be interesting to see how they can bounce back. You've got to trust that, you know, your KCKs, your Matty Harris, they're going to be able to try and lead the charge.
It's a confidence thing, isn't it? You get that good field position, but you've got to make the most of it, and that's what the Bulls have been doing tonight. They've really got themselves in good position, and they've executed and got themselves over the line for 3 tries in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're the Wedgetails, you probably want to be the next team to score, because if the Bulls go 4 unanswered, I think that's when the doubt kind of starts to settle in. So they'll be looking to try and weather this storm here. But 5th and last now, Killer Boom. Very impressive last week as well, I must say, but unfortunately it was at our expense, our rookie, as we see Ethan Pingelli now on the return, and that's going to be where they start off, just in front of the 30 for Sydney. KCK now, there you go. Big fan to the chest. But the desperation in defense from the Bulls, they are just quick to get numbers in support. That one could have been dangerous. Jim Bourbon, I think it was. That'll explain it. Just jokes. But Jim Bourbon, shout out to my good mate, making his starting debut at hooker tonight. Ethan Pingelli, he's trying to inject himself into the game now, the rookie fullback. And Matty Harris swings it left, out wide to his opposite half, and Aaron White. 5th and last now. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this first half, and what a game it's been. 16-0 in favour of the home side. They'll go towards the wing. Joey Kelly, watch out. He'll try and get away. And if you're the Wedgetails, Rocky, what are you thinking? What is the mentality as they try and close out this first half?
I think they need to get a couple of good defensive sets and not let the Bulls run too rampant, which they're doing now. But if they can...
And Tavita Vinuku. Oh, sorry to cut you off there, Rocky. It's the latency. You gotta love it. Chaz Dingo now. He'll take it with a pop offload out to Killer Boom, but that'll lose a few meters. So a counterproductive play, that one. But they are inside Wedgetails half. Oh, someone grab it. They're just gonna watch it and let it bounce, and that could have been fatal, because someone was running onto it, and someone could have went coast to coast, or, you know, taking it all the way to the house there. As Letu Funga now on the return, and they haven't targeted his wing too much, but he hasn't been able to do what he wants to do at the moment. He's going to try and settle into this one, try and get his hands on the ball a bit more, as well as Kane Chapman Kenny as well. As they go, Aaron White back into Daniel punching off this Bulls defense. Slowly, it feels like they're suffocating the Wedgetails, who are going to try and, you'd have to say, try and battle to this half. Ethan Pingelli, that's a great line break, and an offload to Claire Burton. The skipper will go, and he'll try and get some extra yardage post-contact. But plays like that can certainly turn momentum in the blink of an eye, as we see Aaron White cut out ball to Gabe Walsh. And Gabe Walsh will set up. That's a good attacking play, good attacking set there from the Wedgetails. 5th and last now. They'll drop it in the pocket. Aaron White once again targeting Joey Kelly's wing. 3 defenders, gets past one, slips past the fullback. Ethan Pingelli, he can't get him. Joey Kelly can't be stopped until the final defender is there to make the tackle. And that was Ken on the Cobo, I think it was. And, oh, geez, that could have been dangerous. But Rocky, the Bulls, they're on fire, aren't they?
Yeah, you'd almost want to start kicking it to the centres, wouldn't you, if you were the Wedgetails? Because that back three for the Bulls is just crazy, mate, isn't it? Joey Kelly, Chaz
Yeah.
Dingo, Liam Ryan.
Excuse me. Oh, geez, I just had some coffee. But, yeah. Oh, man, they are just giving the people the home fans, I should say, their money's worth. And, oh, the ad-lib play, it is just something to behold. And it feels like that's probably going to be their signature style of attack, is just ad-lib play and off-the-cuff sort of footy. It's great to watch if you're a spectator. Maybe not if you're a visiting supporter, because we have a lot of Wedgetails fans in the building tonight. But so far, they haven't had much to cheer about. So can the Wedgetails try and turn this thing around, as Claire Burton, their skipper, coming off his inaugural win as a rookie captain in VPRL last week. What an effort it was against divisional rivals, the Central Thunder. So back-to-back divisional games for the Wedgetails. I guess that kind of helps with the travel. So they've had a good start to the schedule now, as Matty Harris in Sydney. You can definitely tell the fatigue playing a factor now, as they'll drop it to Makolausi. And, oh, geez, he's auditioning for a kicking license. It's got a bit of a distance on it. Liam Ryan, tackle needed to be made. And Rocky, the Bulls, I think they're going to try and land one more big punch before the half ends.
Yeah, and definitely. By the way, they're looking to offload the ball and find players in space. They're certainly not playing safe rugby league at the moment. They're playing with intent.
Yeah, they haven't, settled down or tried to be conservative. They're just backing themselves every time, and that's a dangerous thing. A team that's confident, that's playing like that, sometimes you feel helpless. You can only watch and just hope and pray. As we see them shift at left, Mataoas wide ball back inside. Chaz Dingo 360. Oh, it's just taking Pengali inside out, all kinds of ways. And that one will be a crucial blow on the brink of half time for the Wedgetails. Chaz Dingo, who else? What a try, Rocky. That might just be one of the best we'll see all season.
Yeah, I mean, at least if it's not a contender for try of the week this week, I'd be very surprised. That was brilliant stuff, creative stuff too. I thought they were going to shift it way out left, and the quick inside ball back to Chaz Dingo. Side steps one, nothing's going to stop him from there.
Yeah, and that is just years of experience and chemistry. They've played together in the other league. They played together in, for state, for country, and now to see them take their talents to the VPRL. I mean, geez, 22-0 in the first half. And it is just all going wrong for the Wedgetails. This collapse, will it be too much for them to overcome in the second half? We'll have to find out. Well, we've still got a bit of footy left to play as the rain trickles down here in Parramatta. What a game it's been so far. Monday night primetime footy on Virtual Pro Rugby League. Lawrence Cabral taking a run up now. Just over a minute left in this first half, and the Wedgetails will probably be looking at that clock, waiting for it to tick down. Lucky I didn't mispronounce what I just said. Second tackle now in their own 20. They'll just try and wind it down. And Rocky, if you're the Wedgetails, what's the halftime message?
Well, it's make those first up tackles. I mean, there's another one missed there. You've got to start there, defending well, and just working for territory. Played a lot of this game in their own half, and they really need to get down the other end and just stop making silly mistakes. So to turn the ball over and ended up with conceding tries. So there's a few things to talk about for the Wedgetails. If I was in the Bulls' sheds, though, they're
Yes, good evening and welcome back to CommBank Stadium here in Parramatta for the first ever Sydney derby, and it is the home side, the Western Sydney Bulls, with a commanding 22-0 lead over the visiting Sydney Wedgetails. And Rocky, mate, what a first half it was from the Bulls. Their attack, I mean, everything was clicking for them. Let's talk about the fact they've completed 14 from 14 sets, and they haven't missed any tackles so far. I mean, 22-0. It's looking dangerous at the moment if you're a Wedgetail.
Yeah, I mean, this Bulls outfit is looking like a well-oiled machine at the moment, and that 100% completion rate, you can see why the score is 22-0. The Wedgetails, on the other hand, it wasn't like they miscompleted many of their sets. They still did pretty well there. I think 11 from 14, perhaps.
Yeah, I think
So,
it was actually 10 from 11, so they've only, one
10 from,
incomplete set. Oh, and that was a shallow crossfield kick there. Sorry to cut you off, Rocky, but the Bulls, they're still not afraid to just keep throwing it around and trying things. As we take a look on your play, VPRL.com replay, what a mouthful that is, but got to plug the website, and that one just trickles across, and looming was Chaz Dingo. Oh, he was close to it, and that could have been something special, but the Wedgetails will start this one in good field position. And Rocky, I guess if you're the Wedgetails, you're probably just saying, forget about that first half. It's a new slate. Just focus on getting, the points one try at a time.
yeah, definitely. And they would have talked about this in the sheds. Get into some good field position, and make it count early on in the second half. And they've done pretty well so far in this half, and they're in probably the best position they've been all game right now.
Yeah, and what a run it was from Jim Bourbon that opened up that line break. Fifth and last now, just shy of the red zone. That's probably one of the best sets for the Sydney Wedgetails. That'll be encouraging signs, but that won't, as Killer Boom is there to pick up the deflected kick. And it just fizzles out a bit there. So Sydney now back on defense as Mathos will drive it on the right edge. And Liam Ryan, he's now shifted out to fullback, and he's already got 2 tries in that first half. So he'll be looking for a hattie. He could be the first VPRL player to score a hat-trick. So we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of time to do it. 4th tackle now. And the Bulls just going to settle this one through the middle. Big beefer. He'll take a nice post-contact run there. 5th and last. Now the Wedgetails with a chance to reply here. If they can get a good kick return, this could do wonders for their momentum, as we'll see. Kern on the Cobbo once again. Wrapped up in Met. And the Wedgetails, a lot of work to do now, Rocky.
Yeah, definitely. These exit sets are always tough, aren't they? Especially the confidence that the Bulls are playing with at the moment. They'll be looking to hurt you. But maybe the Wedgetails need to chance their arm a little bit more and play with a bit of width, which they do here. And
that's a good run.
They could have themselves in a good position now for a 40-22. So.
Oh, in the pocket they go. Oh, Matty Harris has shanked it, but it could pay dividends. Daniel Punch off the cuff, offload away to Letu Funga, and that tackle needed to be made from Mata also. I think it might have been. Oh, that one could have been moment of magic for the Wedgetails. Something that they've probably needed tonight. 5th and last, a crossfield kick. Joey Kelly, this could be dangerous on the counter attack, and he nearly weaves them inside out. Joey Kelly, they've been targeting him tonight. But, there you go. Oh, Killer Boom puts the killer blow. He'll go and try and put the blowtorch on him. He's still going the big follow. They don't want to bring him down. Oh, and it's turned over once again. But, Rocky, I'll tell you what, the Wedgetails, they're playing, both these sides now, they're playing with a bit of desperation to them. They're starting to throw it around.
Yeah, I mean, when you're watching the Bulls, you'd think they were the ones with the 22-point deficit, the way they're still throwing the ball around. But I like the intent that the Wedgetails are playing with this half. Definitely looking a lot better than the lackluster first half they had.
Yeah, you kind of wonder if they're just sort of playing park footy now at this point. But if this is the, halftime adjustments, then geez, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do here. But they need to get a wriggle on 5th and last. Matty Harris straight towards the corner of Kelly once again. And this time he'll be wrapped up. So that's a good kick there from Matty Harris. And, they're probably going to be trying to look towards Michael Lassie now. He's shifted out to fullback. So maybe with a fresh set of legs there, he could be the one. To inject life. Liam Ryan gets absolutely rocked on the hit there. And that is a big tackle put on. That's the sort of contact you want to see. And not 100 times a game. Like other leagues, as we see Jack Black, what a run there, but he's wrapped up, driven back, loses a few, but 5th and last. And I'll tell you what, Rocky, it feels like the momentum's slowly shifting in Wedgetails' favour. This could be the one. Missed kick, and that'll set them up in good position.
Yeah, that was a great defensive set by the Wedgetails just before, and and it's paid off for them now as they've got position again inside the danger zone, you'd say, with it only being the second tackle, as they look to spread it wide now to Vasily to allow him.
Yeah, Big Dino.
Yeah, they're in a good spot
the
now,
mullet,
Sonny.
the chopper read, Mo. Big Dino, as we see, Ethan Pengelly now playing in that right centre. Tries to go through the right edge. Fourth tackle on the 10-metre line. They'll shift it right. Matty Harris. Straight runner there. Inside the 10, they'll go fifth and last now. Wedgetails looking for their first points of the game. Jim Bourbon with a grubber, but it's straight to Chaz Dingo. Oh, 360. Jukes him like it's Memphis Crunk, and we'll see Dingo get them shy of the 30. A great way to start this set. And, oh, geez, Rocky, you kind of got to feel bad for the Wedgetails, because just when it looks like something's on there, the Bulls are just quick to put it out.
Yeah, I mean, for the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes, the Wedgetails have been right on the heels of the Bulls, and they've played their way down that end of the field. And just as they were applying pressure, one Chaz Dingo play, and the Bulls are rampaging their way back up the field.
Rampage they are, and rampage they have tonight. 22 unanswered points. They're looking to keep the pressure on as Kern on the Cobbo. Once again, he has been the target for their fifth tackle kicks and punts towards the corners, and he's kind of got to feel sorry for him because he's been targeted a lot. But what an offload. Daniel Punch gets a big don't argue off, and he'll get the Wedgetails inside opposition half now. That's a good sign. Sydney, they're slowly finding their groove, and they're backing themselves now. You can tell there's a bit of a spring in their step as Ether will take that run. KCK now, the marquee second rower, just gonna play his part on this one. Fourth now, back to the middle, wide ball, flat ball, and it's called a forward. And the visiting fans do not like that one bit, Rocky. They just can't catch a break, the Wedgetails.
I mean, I thought it was flat, Sonny. I didn't know if it was that forward, so yeah, I'll be a bit upset too if I was a Wedgetails fan, but we play on.
Yeah, you know, that one did look a bit flat to me as well. I didn't think it was a forward, but oh, what an offload. Killer Boom. He'll try and cut back inside. And once again, Western Sydney, it just kind of looks like when they want to, they can pick their spots and just go for it, as we see now. Cut out ball, shifting it right to Big Beefer. And the big back rower will get them just shy of red zone. Or tackle, short ball to Killer Boom, just takes a hit up. That'll set them up in good field position for the kick, fifth and last now. So they'll drop Matheus. Oh, and that one's deflected. And Kawal can't get away, so a great defensive effort there on the rush tackle. And the Wedgetails now, they've held on, but how much longer can they go, Rocky, without points? They could potentially go the whole game without scoring points, because this Bulls defense, they haven't let up anything at the moment.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed as well is the kick chase has been important in this match. The Bulls, every time they've kicked the ball up the field, the chase has been there, and they've stopped any counter attack. But on the other hand, the Wedgetails haven't, and the outside backs for the Bulls have just been able to make easy yardage of those kick returns. So just like to see a bit more intent with the kick chase.
Oh, a 20-40 attempt from Aaron White. This could be the one to get him out of danger. Oh, and the bounce. Will it be nice to him? No, it won't. It'll sit up just shy of the 40, and it just feels like they haven't had much go their way. Not even a bounce of the ball. But it was a good effort from Aaron White, and still a good kick. He got the distance on it, but the angle of the bounce just wasn't there. 23 minutes left in this second half. Round 2 of your Virtual Pro Rugby League action here on Monday Night Primetime. It is the home side. The Western Sydney Bulls are leading 22-0. Offload there. Jack Black, the recipient, to take the extra hit up. And already the Bulls inside opposition half. Off the back of that missed 20-40 as Joey Kelly, weaves him once again, nearly gets through. And that is the experience on display at its finest. Lawrence Kawal just takes the straight runner once again. They're trying to just land body blows. They're not going for the big knockout punch just yet, but they might through Sione Matheus. And he's wrapped and turned around. Well, fifth tackle now. And the Bulls, there's no let up in them, Rocky. They're just going after it. They want it.
Yeah, I mean, visiting team 2 weeks running and the Bulls, I bet they can't wait to... Oh, they are playing at home, aren't they, tonight? Sorry. No, yeah, they're definitely playing with something to prove tonight.
That's Chad Johnson. What a bomb. A floater towards the wing. Oh, Ethan Pengelly. A great catch there. And that one could have been dangerous, but Pengelly now did a great job to hold on to that. Turn on the Cobo. He's been active tonight. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to poke his head through the line as much as he would have hoped, so we'll have to see how he can finish off here. Dino fast silly to allow him, and the Wedgetails not even past their 10 yet. This could be danger signs, maybe starting to run on fumes as we see 4 tackle. They might go for another 20-40. I think you have to. Matthew Harris, why not have a stab? Why not? And there you go. Liam Ryan makes a big mistake that'll turn momentum around and potentially lead to the first points off the back of this set here for the Wedgetails, Rock.
Yeah, and I'd like to think if there was a try scored off the back of this next set, we could be game on here.
It'd have to be the comeback of comebacks, but it's not theoretically impossible. And in VPRL, we would never like to rule anything out, so stick around, folks, as we see Michael Lausi taking a run through the right edge. Second tackle now. And Sydney, how much gas left in the tank as James Madison, he's been one of the workhorses tonight alongside the front rowers, and Dino Farsili to allow him, and Nicholas Ether as well in through the middle. KCK, he hasn't been as explosive as he was last week, and that's probably by design. The defense has just been on him all night, and they haven't given him much breathing room. Bluey brought in one of the try scorers, the first Wedgetails try scorer, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. First and last now, Aaron White, big bomb. That's a floater. Who's going to be there? It's Joey Kelly, wrapped up, but the Bulls will just put out another spot fire there, and jeez. Rocky, you don't like to write teams off, but the Bulls, they have just been a step above tonight. It feels like they're playing flawless.
I don't like to write teams off, but we're getting to that point now with just over 17 minutes remaining, and the Bulls playing like they're in the first minute of the match, Sonny.
Yeah, it just feels like they've got 99 stamina, because they have been running on full tank of gas all game, it feels like. But I guess when you're at home in front of your home fans in a rivalry game and a Sydney derby, it probably just brings that extra something out of these players to see who wants it more. Letu Funga tries to step through and make something happen, and still quite a lot of visiting fans in attendance. They probably just want to see one try from the Wedgetails. You want to see it sooner rather than later, because time is ticking down now as Jim Bourbon takes a straight run through the middle. He's been very impressive tonight, Jim Bourbon, or Bourbon as some people would say, as Liasi now unable to make something happen, but they could line up for a 40-20 shot, and I think they have to. Aaron White, he'll send that one. Will it have too much though, or will it have enough? Oh, Liam Ryan there to be the villain for them once again, Rocky. And geez, it's just one of those games where it feels like no matter what you do, it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, and he's always there, isn't he, Liam Ryan? That kick was a great kick. It had the angle, it had the distance, but always the man that's always there, Liam Ryan, just there to pick it out of the grass. As we see a big hit there on Barry Beef's slab.
Oh, and the missed kick crossfield straight to Litu Funga. And if there was no defender there, he could have been gone. But yet the Wedgetails are on now. Could this be the set? Can they break the goose egg here? Just under 15 minutes left. The visitors, they'll go to Aaron White. Big fan from Nick Ether. Ether runs it, straightens up at Liam Ryan. Third tackle, 2 tackles left up their sleeve. What will they do? What is the game plan here? Cut out ball to Harris. Takes the settler, and now on fourth inside the 10. This could be the one here. They'll go left. Ether, big fend. Oh, the big fella gets driven back for his troubles. And fifth and last, one more roll of the dice for the visitors. What can they come up with here? Short pocket and a pass out to Aaron White. That's a good bomb. Who's going to be on the end of it? It's Prophet Moses there to break hearts. He'll try and cut back infield. And it's just a matter of no matter what you throw at us, no effect.
They just keep coming at there, don't they? the Bulls, and hopefully for the next opponent they're going to be worn out after two big games back to back.
You know, you talk about kicking a man when he's down and it's again given away. I mean, yeah, the Wedgetails, they're just probably frustrated at this point now. I mean, it just feels like no matter what they've tried, the Bulls have had an answer for every question they've had. So Liam Ryan now, he'll just take the settler run, the captain. He's got to be pleased with this performance, to say the least. And no points scored in the second half, Rocky. Given how the first half went, probably would have thought Western Sydney were going to put some points on, and you know, this could have threatened to look real ugly. But the big unit, he's going to try and juke him. He's going to try and audition for the fullback role. Watch out, Liam. Mataos now, 5th and last, a big bomb towards the corner, but not enough on it. Gabe Walsh, dead return. So we see Michael Leasi trying to spark the comeback for the Wedgetails, although maybe I should stop now. Only 10 minutes left. It's just going to be an absolute miracle performance if something was going to happen. But Rocky, let's talk about the Wedgetails. Any positives that you'd like to highlight from them? Is there anything that's kind of stood out? Or any players, I should say? Oh, let me get to you in a second on the Cobo, trying to make it happen.
Look, I think Daniel Punch has been solid through the middle at the lock position. Definitely living up to his name and punching his way through gaps quite a bit. And the kicking game's been good. They just need to get chasing the ball as well. So I'll be working on those things before next Monday night, where they take on the Northern Marlins.
Oh, and this. Oh, sorry to cut you off, Rocky. That could have been dangerous. As we see Chad Johnson take the settler now, and yeah, just looking ahead to round 3 for the Wedgetails. They'll be taking on the Northern Marlins in Townsville as well, so that's going to be a tough road trip, the first of back-to-back away trips for the visitors. And for Western Sydney next week, they'll be up against the Pirates. Oh no, sorry, they'll be up against the Central Thunder in Newcastle, and that will be the Thunder's first home game of the season as well. So it's going to be an interesting week for both teams in round 3, but the Bulls, if you are a Bulls supporter, a player, I mean, you're just loving what you've seen tonight, Rocky, and it's going to put in a lot of confidence for this side for the season going forward.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the Liam Ryan probably won't want to make too many changes to his team. They're getting the job done so far, so I'm liking what he's doing in West Sydney.
Oh, Bluey Broughton from dummy half. Oh no, sorry, that was Daniel Punch, sorry. As we see now, it was a good run though. Michael Leasi from dummy half, he'll try and make it happen, but it's just been a familiar sight all night. The defense of Western Sydney, I mean, everywhere you look, there they are. They're like air, as we see Chaz Dingo. He'll try and get the return going now, and one more try before the game is done. That's the plea from the home crowd. Almost 30,000 packing out the venue tonight to witness the first of 2 Sydney derbies this season. And it's going to be a fun rivalry, to say the least. Oh, James Madison, he's looking a bit worse for wear. He's hobbling on that foot, so I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to come off, but he's still getting stuck in it. And that is the sort of player you want on your team. Even when he's hurt, even when he's wounded, he's still in the war. So don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. And they'll do it to him. Michael Leasi. I mean, there wasn't too much he could do there besides let it go, but Chad Johnson was lurking on that left wing, and this could be the final dagger blow for the Wedgetails, Rocky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to write a team out, but I've written the team out now. I think it's too late for the Wedgetails now in this game, unless you can sub in Tracy McGrady, which I don't think they're going to be able to do.
If we can sub in 95 Reggie Miller at Madison Square Garden, that would be something, but it just has not been their night, the Wedgetails. And they're going to walk away feeling a bit plucked tonight, as we see Vainuku. He'll try and get something going. The Bulls don't want to let up. This is a rivalry game. They're gonna plant the middle finger eventually through a try if they can. Yone Mataos, he'll try and charge 5th and last. The home side They just don't want to show no mercy. It's a good grub. Straight for Big Beefer. Oh, and thankfully, if you're a Wedgetails fan, you've weathered that storm there. But, Rocky, this is dangerous. You're seeing a Western Sydney team that just does not show any mercy. And on any other given play, that could have been a try.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think they'd be tired by now, wouldn't you? But they're not. They just keep playing like they've got everything on the line. And I love to see it as we see Captain Kenny now make a clean line break.
KCK, the left second row, but he just hasn't had much going for him tonight. And you could say the same for this Wedgetails team. I mean, there have been moments, there's certainly been opportunities, but just no points to show for it. And unfortunately, if you're a Wedgetail first team, not to score points in a game, so
just get yourself in field goal territory, boys. Take one of them over.
Anything but the goose egg at this point. Just get something. A bit of pride on display now, but yeah, the Wedgetails fans have already cleared out, making their way through the exits, and you can certainly hear the Western Sydney supporters giving it to them. And this is one of those games where it was a rivalry, a derby, and we were hoping to see a bit of a maybe more competitive game on the scoreboard at least, but it just hasn't been for the lack of trying. The Wedgetails have thrown everything at them, and this is one of those games where you just have to, you know, admire the class of the opposition. Oh, and they're still not done. They haven't got the memo, Rocky. But here we go. We're going to finish it off. Couple more tackles on the set as we're just about finished here for your round 2 rivalry game. 22-0. Western Sydney are going to come away with a huge win here in Parramatta. That'll take him to 2-0 and towards the top of the ladder. How good. The Wedgetails, Claire Burton, commiserations to the visitors, but on the night, Western Sydney just unstoppable, Rocky.
Yeah, right from the get-go, wasn't it? In the opening, I think 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes, Liam Ryan had his first try there, and it's just been non-stop ever since. 4 tries in the match, 3 conversions for Chad Johnson. As we head over to the match stats. And would you want me to go through this, Sonny, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll just quickly go through this one, and then I'll get you, you can do the player reviews as we'll see. 4 tries to 0, 22-0 final score. 28 from 29 completions compared to the 22 from 25 for Sydney, and only one error compared to the 3. So I was meant to say before in the second half, it wasn't 0 missed tackles, it was 0 errors. But to finish with 1 on the night, that's a good shift put in. Almost 200 tackles made for the Wedgetails, and the scoreboard probably reflects that. Line breaks, 28 compared to 20 on the visitors, and over 1,000 metres gained for the Bulls. As we'll take a look at the player stats. And Rocky, let's start with the home side.
Yeah, look, there's a few to go through here. I mean, I think that there was so many standouts in this side, but we look at Big Beefer, had a solid game there, 107 run metres, tackle Bacon, a line break. Heading down, we've got Killer Boom, who I did call at the start of the match. I said he was one to watch out for, and he didn't disappoint. 231 run metres, 17 tackles, 4 line breaks. Only the 1 error there, but yeah, God, he was on a roll tonight, Killer Boom. So we go down to Mata'us, the guy that broke our hearts last week in Christchurch. 142 run metres, and through 10 kicks, he kicked 364 kicking metres, which is an incredible display and really earned the Bulls that field position that ultimately won them the game. As we move down to Joey Kelly on the wing there, 162 run metres, 6 line breaks, and he made every run count tonight. 4 tackles, none missed, and he was the star. Also Chaz Dingo there, 160 run metres, 3 line breaks, 2 try assists, and a try to himself as well. And Liam Ryan, we can't forget him. 2 first half tries that created the momentum that saw the Bulls take this game out. And yeah, that's a great captain's knock. And we can't forget the other man I mentioned before at the start of the game, Chad Johnson, 178 run metres, 202 kicking metres. He got a try assist, 3 conversions. And the stat that I like most for a half, 12 tackles and none missed. As we move on to the Wedgetails, and I'll let Sonny take over from there.
Yeah, and for the visitors, probably not too much highlights here, but we'll just have a quick look through. Nicholas Ether, what a game it was for him. He was one of the standouts. 164 run meters, 21 tackles, and he only missed one. 5 tackle breaks and 4 line breaks. So those are phenomenal numbers. Another one to look at, James Madison as well. Defensively, he was all over the joint. 17 tackles, only 1 missed. 5 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, and the amount of fends he got off tonight was just causing a bit of mayhem out there through the middle. As we scroll down just a little bit more and we'll look at the numbers for Kane Chapman Kenny. Aaron White, just quickly, over 129 run meters, 10 tackles, and over 300 kick meters as well. And yeah, KCK, over the century mark run meters, but a few missed tackles with 4. And 1 tackle break, 2 line breaks to his name. Jim Bourbon getting stuck in it. But yeah, there just wasn't too much highlights. I mean, for the Wedgetails, it was just all defense really tonight. And the Bulls weren't letting them have much fun. So what a way to end the first Sydney derby in VPRL history. Make sure you check out the website, playvprl.com, and sign up if you haven't already. 22-0 Bulls over the Wedgetails, your round 2 game. I'm Sonny Tyre. This has been Rocky Rivers, and we hope you've enjoyed your VPRL broadcast. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. NZ. It will be the Marlins and the Renegades doing battle in North Queensland. So we hope you all have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow right here on Virtual Pro Rugby League VPRL.